Hey guys, today I'm going to be checking out Sei Madou Monogatari for the PlayStation Vita. This game is part of the Madou Monogatari series that have been around for a very long time, since around 1989 I think. This is the first installment in this series since probably about 1998. The most recent game was on the Sega Saturn, made by Compile. Since Compile is obviously not around anymore, Compile Heart now has the rights to these games, to the series, and so they finally decided to make a new game. Madou Monogatari is basically a dungeon crawling series. This one here has turned into a roguelike. I'll show you what I mean by that. The older school games were more first-person dungeon crawlers. Head to the curry shop here. The story and the whole game premise itself is quite silly. Basically, I'm trying to find and make legendary curry. So I'm finding legendary ingredients to make legendary curry so that this mom and pop curry shop doesn't go out of business, because there's a new Walmart type curry shop that just opened up down the street that's eating up all the customers. Yes, I'm serious. The voice work is actually really good for the game. Definitely a positive thing it's got going for it. So this guy on the left here, he's the owner of the new big curry shop. He's kind of found out that I'm trying to find legendary curry ingredients, so he's trying to get them before me. So I'm still about 2 hours into the game. I'm now learning how to make curry in the middle of the dungeon. So you have some effects like increasing the amount of experience points you get by quite a bit by eating the curry. This kind of acts as your main shop here. You can buy knives, forks, spoons. These are all weapons here, as well as rice and other things to make curry. So I've learned a curry recipe here. Just sell some crap that I don't need here. So anyway, this little guy is Kuchan. I found him at the beginning of the game. He helps you on your curry adventures. And suddenly, someone from his family has now shown up and slept on my floor. Because these random things totally happen. But anyway, they help with upgrading your items and stuff like that. So you can take weapons and upgrade them using other things. But anyway, I won't mess with that now. See if I can get out into a dungeon now. You also set your skills and that sort of stuff here. There we go, on to chapter 2. So I've got to go off to this volcano now. These are my rivals. They were hired by that other big curry chain guy to get the ingredients before I do. They're following me. So you'll notice the graphics look a lot like a PlayStation 1 game, maybe early PS2. They're not really very good, to be honest. So this guy just randomly showed up, and he wants the main character Poople to marry him, although he already has a fiance. He's a bit of a nut. Yeah, and apparently this Kuchan is his father, somehow. Haven't really figured that one out yet. Alright, we finally made our way into a dungeon. So again, very much a roguelike, similar to the Shiren, the Wanderer games, or Tordoneko's Mysterious Dungeon, any of the other Mysterious Dungeon games that have been released. You start at level 1 every time you enter a dungeon, and you work your way up from there. Obviously, all the items that you keep are yours when you exit the dungeon as well. You can also throw items at Kuchan here to level him up, and he's granted with various skills by doing that. So any items that you don't need, you can throw his way. And again, that'll level him up. He gets different skills and will help you out with those skills. So here's the next floor here. Let's check south here real quick. So again, it works on a dungeon system with floors. So that was the first floor here. I've also got skills that you can use by pressing L here. So I've got overrange and fire. So for example, fire. You can cast like that. It's got extra range and it does quite a bit of damage. So there are a ton of skills that you can get and set. Equipment's all handled through the items menu here. So you can see the various stats on different equipment here. So most of this stuff that I've got, the staff I'm using here is much better than, so I can pretty much go ahead and feed all of that other crap to Kuchan here to kind of level him up, as he does get new skills every 3 levels. And you can check out his skills here. So the skill that he's got so far helps regen me a little bit quicker than normal. You do have to be careful on leaving him alone though, because if he dies you're not allowed to advance to the next floor until you raise him up. And he can definitely get ambushed on his own. Need to find a nabe dish to make the curry, apparently. So once you get higher and higher, obviously it gets a lot harder. You have to be really careful not to get ambushed, because it is working on a turn-based system, obviously. So it's best to hide in corridors, as if you get surrounded, the enemies will get 3 attacks to your 1, basically. So now I've got full items, basically. But I can basically choose to use this directly or throw it over to Kuchan without having to go through my menu here. So you basically run around just tossing a bunch of crap at him, leveling him up, picking up what you really need, obviously. Apparently that set him on fire. Book there. I definitely want to pick the book up. One thing that's pretty annoying is anything that's in the menu, you have to go through the menu here for. I wish there was a quick menu for items, because you end up using this so often. So anyway, that'll take me back there, and I can go ahead and store things in my item box that I picked up. Like so, and then obviously use that stuff later. So this time I'll hurry up and head through, see if I can get to the volcano there. So these field maps are not randomly generated, and then you get to the dungeons, and the dungeon maps are randomly generated. So this is counted as a field, although it is technically a dungeon. These maps are not random. But once I get into the volcano, those maps will be randomly generated. Obviously, typically the bigger treasure chest you find, the better the item inside of it is. Usually after a boss, you'll get a really big treasure chest, or a few really big treasure chests, and the items in there are usually quite good. Anyway, I made it to the volcano here, so this is a real dungeon here. This is going to be a lot harder than the field levels. Ended up killing him. That's one of the things that's hard to know, is what items do what. There's so many damn items in this game. Anyway, again, I gotta raise him up, because if he's dead, I can't go to the next floor. So anyway, there you go. That is Sei Madou Monogatari. Very much a roguelike item collecting type game. I'm still not 100% clear on everything, although I know that you're going after the world's greatest curry ever, and you have little dudes helping you do that, as well as loli girls and crazy witch ladies with big boobs. It sounds like a compile heart game because it is one. Anyway, if you do like roguelikes, though, if you do like these dungeon crawling types, you might be really into this. It's pretty fun so far, but it does get a bit repetitive, and the talking scenes, as you guys saw, are quite long. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's Sei Madou Monogatari. I'll have more videos coming your way soon, so check them out. Thanks, guys.